All right, we're going to just begin or commence the Honor Society reception. So glad you're here with us tonight. I'll just first take a moment for us to just settle our hearts and our minds. And, my theme in the 100 Days of May is quite a lot about gratitude. So you might be coming from work, from another child's lacrosse tournament, from some other kind of thing you're dealing with, and it's a lot, and the kids have been so busy, but just to offer up some gratitude as we join together in community tonight. I'm first, though, going to invite up Jalen Bouvet to do our prayer. And Jalen is a senior and a sacristan here at Canterbury, and we're very proud of her. So.
Let us pray. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Good and gracious God, we ask you to bless these members of the Canterbury Honor Society. We give thanks for their achievements and their capacity for critical thinking, for disciplined effort, for creativity. We are mindful of their example of consistency, steadfastness, and achievement, which has inspired all in our school community. We are grateful their parents entrusted to Canterbury's faculty and staff the mission of engaging their sons and daughters intellectually, morally, and spiritually. We ask your blessing upon these Honor Society members as they prepare to begin their college studies. May the Holy Spirit fill them with zeal and inspiration, and may the Spirit guide them in making a positive difference in their new schools and in the world beyond their new campus. In this Easter season, we thank you for your many gifts to us, and we ask you to keep us anchored in your love and care. Amen. Saint Edmund of Canterbury. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Okay, so welcome again. I'm Caroline Vladdy, the head of school, and I'm so excited to see our families here, siblings, parents, grandparents, godparents. I'm sure I'm forgetting a few, but in general, just a wide variety of folks who are here to support our students tonight. Some of you are still getting to know me as the new head of school, so I think it's appropriate tonight that I share a few things just initially to welcome you all, to get a sense of sort of how I view what we do here at Canterbury and why I think tonight is so special. So Jalen mentioned steadfastness and achievement. These are two things I take great care with, and it's because that oftentimes with high-achieving students, there can be tension between the ability to persist and push and the drive for success and an outcome. And one of the things that I've been really impressed with here at Canterbury and for the students here tonight is that they do find genuine joy and passion in the efforts, in the persistence, in the resilience required to be successful. It doesn't always mean that the success that they want is the success that they garner, but oftentimes they coincide. But when we think about our students today, and I've said this to the faculty, I think a lot about Emerson's quote about doing your work and reinforcing yourself. And I think this is an interesting tension between who's the exact author of the idea of excellence being a habit, right? So that what I see in our students here tonight, it's such a great honor to be part of this society. They've worked incredibly hard, and they have in many ways done it for, act of a different metaphor, the love of the game. Right, that this is not something where students feel this is a sense of drudgery or I've got to work hard necessarily for the outcome. These are students that I have seen shine because they genuinely love learning. And that is because Canterbury is an ecosystem based on teaching and learning. Much like this tension between steadfastness and achievement, the combination of the teaching and the learning is where the magic happens. And so whether they share with you or not, thinking of Maggie and Jared and all those students I see here tonight, they are quite joyful in these incredibly rigorous courses. They've all achieved a 4.0 or greater. They've all achieved that with rigorous choices for their courses. They've cut no corners. They've demonstrated character and integrity. We've also seen their sense of humor, their kindness, their genuine approach to everything they do on campus here is about, I'm 100% and I'm all in. And I have to tell them sitting here tonight, because they're still so young, even though they think they're quite old. We know they're very old. I know they're old, but they're quite young. And they're so young and they're becoming. But if their becoming is tied to the idea that my steadfastness, my sense of reinforcing myself, that the daily habits really lead to excellence, then the outcome will be fine all along. It may not be always exactly what they expect, as they've learned this college process is sort of a circus in some points. I feel badly for that, but it's all working out well. But at the end of the day, I think our students here at Canterbury, and why when you hear from Allison and Bailey later, and you hear from Dr. Allen, we take so seriously the sacredness of the teaching and the learning, because it's not about just one outcome or one honor society reception. It's about the incredible ways that these young men and women have done amazing things for Canterbury. And as I'll say at commencement in a few weeks' time, they have given more to us than we have even given to them. And we're so appreciative and excited to see what their next chapter looks like, and just so very proud to be with them here in community, and really, really proud of all they've achieved, both the outcome and the steadfastness. So I thank you for being here tonight. All right, we'll move along in our program. I'm going to call up Dr. Emily Allen next, correct? It's my first time here, so here we go.
There we go.
Good evening, everyone. To the Canterbury Honor Society class of 2026. Take a moment and look around. Your peers gathered around you this evening represent a selective, accomplished group of students who have not only challenged themselves in the classroom, but have found true academic achievement and are the epitome of integrity, dedication, and impact. You and your classmates have shared so many aspects of your school lives in order to be here with us this evening. You have all spent long nights studying, writing, researching, rehearsing, and creating. As a group, you have taken a combined total of 304 honors, advanced placement, and Syracuse University Project Advanced courses here at Canterbury. 304. Each and every one of you have been described by words like passionate, engaged, and driven. But this wonderful class of 2026 also represents a diverse group of students with a wide range of experiences. We have with us amazing individuals with a promise of great things to come, each in their own way, driven by their own passions. So no matter what your future path, each and every one of you embodies the academic drive, leadership, and personal character that we're looking for in our members of the Canterbury Honor Society. I am truly honored to be here tonight and to acknowledge each and every one of you and your academic achievements. We will now recognize each member of the class of 2026 Canterbury Honor Society. At the conclusion of my individual remarks, I will ask you to come forward to receive a small token from Ms. Blatty and have your picture taken. Serena Boschetti. I remember the first time I had the privilege of hearing Serena sing this past fall in this very space. I kid you not when I tell you that my jaw dropped, so blown away by her presence and talent on the stage. So it comes as no surprise that this has been mirrored in everything I have seen from her ever since. Whether serving as a spiritual and community leader, bringing her sense of honor into the role of Taylor in the High School Musical, or driving engaging discussions in her classes, Serena is someone who excels at everything she sets her sight on. From Southbury, Connecticut, Serena Boschetti. Jalen Beauvais. Jalen's drive has been described as second to none by her teachers and advisor over the past 4 years. I have come to learn that she is someone who refuses to take her foot off the gas and has faced challenges and academic rigor head on. Whether serving as a captain in 3 consecutive varsity seasons, managing 4 APs and an honors level course as a senior, or taking multiple spiritual and community leadership roles, it is clear that the phrase senior spring has a very different meaning for her than it does for many of her classmates. She is a competitor and a leader in every aspect of her Canterbury life, from East Haven, Connecticut, Jalen Beauvais. Trent Carrero. For the honorees this evening, we know that academic achievement and success requires true discipline. As I have come to get to know Trent, I have found him to be the epitome of this word. He is a scholar who knows himself. He leads with strong character and commits himself to both his work and his community. Whether it's his ability to earn perfect scores on tests or his unwavering commitment to leadership roles in our admissions office or in the dorm, Trent has modeled the tenacious drive it takes to grow and find true success. In and out of the classroom, Trent's hard work and reflective approach has led to this success. From Malone, New York, Trent Carrero. Lachlan Finnegan. Even though this is only my first year on the hilltop, I have come to learn that it would have been impossible for me not to have gotten to know Lachlan. He shows how passion and, dare I say, enjoyment come together with hard work and dedication in finding academic success. His all-in personality turns any classroom into an engaging learning environment, both for himself and for his peers. Whether working through challenging AP physics problems or debriefing the trip to Professor Coleman's Digital Media and Innovation class at NYU's Stern School of Business, Lachlan's spirited conversations are fun to be a part of. I am inspired by his energy and humbled by his dedication and leadership with his community. From Milford, Connecticut, Lachlan Finnegan. Ingrid Fu. I've had the pleasure to get to know Ingrid during our time together on the Community Culture Empowerment, or DEIJ Council this year. I have seen her thoughtfulness and care for her peers firsthand, building inclusive spaces within her community. Coupled with this selflessness is her individual drive and fire. Ingrid is an avid writer, mastering the art of the written word, ranging from her poetry, published in Canterbury's literary magazine, to in-depth research papers for her classes. And beyond the page, she is a talented singer, musician, and actor, with a stage present like few others. Another truly jaw-dropping soloist and performer. From Beijing, China, Ingrid Fu. Miguel Garcia. I first met Miguel during the sixth form dinner this past September. He already knew me before I even had a chance to sit down at the table, and Miguel welcomed me into the community with a bright smile and easy conversation. Those of you who know Miguel in this way know that he is kind, witty, and thoughtful. But don't let his calm and steady demeanor fool you. Miguel is a force in the classroom. He has a musical talent that speaks volumes, pun intended, is a fierce competitor both in a foot race and on a chessboard, and is an inspiring community leader. And let's not forget his Saints on the Hill speech this year, where he gave us all a mini lesson in vocal percussion, a talent he taught himself and even performed at our head of school's installation this past fall. From New Milford, Connecticut, and our class of 2026 valedictorian, Miguel Garcia. Boyang Zhang. One of the expected criteria of being a member of the Honor Society is academic range. For those of you who know her, you would probably agree that Boyang exemplifies this characteristic like few others. From calculus to European history, literature to design, physics to theology, Boyang has shown engagement, accomplishment, and interest across the board. And as if our extensive course load wasn't enough, she has sought additional educational experiences outside of the walls of the Canterbury classroom, taking summer courses in fashion, sustainability, and interdisciplinary programs in math and chemistry. She is a researcher, a writer, and an artist, a true scholar in every sense of the word. From Shanghai, China, Boyang Zhang. Caitlin Kenna. Caitlin is an inspiring individual with unwavering energy, effort, and dedication to every aspect of her Canterbury life. She does not define herself in narrow bounds, but instead has opened herself to a range of experiences, and she has excelled in each and every one. Her academic talents range from winning one of the Hume speech competitions in her fourth form year to submitting an AP art portfolio as a senior. She is an inspiring and dependable teammate on the field, court, and track, and helps to build inclusive spaces on the hilltop as a community leader. Everywhere you look, her impact can be found. From Bantam, Connecticut, Caitlin Kenna. We're just going to check the mic. Okay. And keep going. All right. Maya Kret. It is one thing to be driven towards an AP and honors course load as a high school student, but an entirely different thing to see how lessons in the classroom relate to a much wider world of learning and experiences. Maya exemplifies both of these traits. Honors physics and the robotics team, digital photography and the Digital Media Club, AP English Language and the Canterbury Chronicles, American Government and Mock Trial. You get the idea. She is as creative as she is witty and dives into new areas of learning with ease. Whether in or out of the classroom, Maya is a talented and authentic scholar who has been an impactful member of this community. From Roxbury, Connecticut, Maya Kret. Anthony Lee. Anthony Lee. Anthony's academic passions have driven his successes in the classroom over the past 4 years on the Hilltop. As an accomplished student, he is someone who can strive for perfection when he dedicates himself to his work. Yet Anthony's leadership has been centered around building community and giving back to others. Whether speaking with prospective students through the admissions process, working with new students as a first-year mentor, or engaging his peers and as an international student ambassador, Anthony serves as a role model for what it means to be a saint. He is the voice of encouragement and an example of personal drive and dedication. From Chengdu, China, Anthony Lee. can yell. It's okay, if the mic goes out, I'll just start yelling. It's called teacher voice, we can do it. All right, Angel Lynn. When teachers define students as driven, they usually only have the opportunity to see that drive in the classroom. And while Angel has dedicated herself to her classwork in profound ways, she knows that academic passions can't be contained by the walls of a classroom or the pages of a textbook. Whether publishing an essay in the Concord Review or taking an independent study in historiography, Angel commits herself to her work. Coupled with her spiritual and community leadership on campus, Angel is a model for what it means to strive for excellence and success. From Shanghai, China, Angel Lin. Sebastian Lucio Galvis. In addition to individual academic success, members of the Canterbury Honor Society leave a positive impact on the culture of the school. Sebastian meets both of these marks to the highest degree. As a superb citizen on campus, Sebastian inspires others through his accomplishments in the classroom, as a community leader, and on the musical and theatrical stages. His selflessness, positive energy, willingness to jump into new challenges, and depth of thought not only brought him success, but set a high bar for the rest of us. With a smile that can light up a room and a competitive spirit that is literally hard to beat, from Bogota, Colombia, Sebastian Lucio Galvis. Gianna Martinez. If Gianna were to give you her high school resume, you would likely be blown away by her list of accomplishments, leadership roles, and other forms of community engagement. She is a spiritual leader as a sacristan, a community leader on Sixth Form Council. In the dorm and in the admissions office, she continues to lead her community. She is a talented singer and musician, a competitive athlete, and a peer mentor. There is no question that this type of leadership has a profound impact on a school community. However, when a leader has the academic prowess that Gianna has, that influence helps to raise the academic expectations and culture of the school. A true student leader, student athlete, and overall scholar, Gianna's impact on Canterbury has been one of a kind. From Newburgh, New York, Gianna Martinez. Daniel McGuire. A true metric for success is the ability to have a growth mindset. As educators, we use this term all the time, looking for students who understand that challenges lead to growth, and growth leads to meaningful achievement. But I have seen few students who truly understand or appreciate this quality at this stage in their academic careers, until I met Dan. Dan is the embodiment of this philosophy and as a result has found true value in his personal achievements. This intrinsic motivation has greatly paid off in his own academic success and has led Dan to become an inspiring leader with an infectious drive. Whether in his meticulous attention to detail in AP courses, serving as a spiritual and community leader for his peers, or inspiring his teammates on the field or on the track, Dan's accomplishments are exceptional. From Greenwich, Connecticut, Daniel McGuire. Grayson Mengold. Sometimes academic challenges are a grind, but sometimes they can be just plain fun. Over the past year, when I have seen Grayson, whether in spirited debate or animated discussion, he seems to be having a lot of fun, despite the rigor of the work he has committed himself to here on the hilltop. It should come as no surprise then that Grayson brings this joy of embracing challenges outside the classroom as well. Leading athletic teams as a 3-sport varsity captain, as part of the Canterbury Business Association, or in his community leadership roles, showing us how our academic culture expands far beyond the walls of a classroom. From Southbury, Connecticut, Grayson Mengold. Devin Rodriguez Gilbay. Woo! Facing challenging workloads and grinding through tough classes can be a humbling and sometimes frustrating experience. However, Devin is a student who has not only faced these challenges head-on, but has shown that when academic success is guided by confidence and passion, that grind becomes a little less tiresome. His hard work has been an accomplishment in and of itself, and he has shown great pride in the successes that followed. Whether dedicating himself to an impressive range of high-level classes in his senior year, acting as a spiritual and community leader, or being a teammate and competitor on the court and on the track, Devin's drive and confidence are inspiring. From Tuckahoe, New York, Devin Rodriguez Gilbay. Leah Riding Sword. The level of academic achievement and excellence we see gathered in our Honor Society members tonight takes seemingly endless amounts of time and hard work. For many, that can be a challenge in and of itself to maintain, let alone the rigor and complexity of the material they are learning. But for Leah, her commitment, consistency, and drive have allowed her to keep pace the whole way. With immaculate attention to detail and an intrinsic curiosity to learn, Leah has set herself apart as an accomplished student and a leader on campus. Leah is a kind member of the community and a true model of both drive and poise. From Roxbury, Connecticut, Leah Riding Sword. Maggie Samela. Just because you're working hard doesn't mean you aren't smiling. As I've gotten to know and see Maggie on the hilltop this year, I have seen her impact as a truly positive role model. Despite a challenging course load and the responsibilities of her leadership positions, Maggie approaches everything she does with a seemingly light demeanor, despite the true magnitude and weight of it all. She is dedicated, driven, and accomplished, pushing others to come together. She is an inspiring individual who leads by example and lets her accomplishments, both in and out of the classroom, speak for themselves. From West Hartford, Connecticut, Maggie Samela. Peyton Schlosstein. I screwed it up. I'll get it at the end, I promise. As I have gotten to know Peyton over the course of her senior year, I have learned that she has a truly unique combination of meticulous attention to detail and open compassion for others. The standards to which she holds herself have led to academic success and drive to become a leader in this community. She is unafraid to take risks and pushes herself through challenges. In doing so, she has become an encouraging and impactful community leader. I've been impressed to learn about how she brings this drive beyond the classroom as well, as she has pursued exciting opportunities in medicine to complement her academic experiences here on the hilltop. A true example of finding success through academic passion. From Latham, New York, Peyton Schlosstein. Jared Strand. Jared has made an impact on campus in all aspects of his Canterbury life, whether it be in the classroom, on the court or track, in the dorm, or as a member of the Sixth Form Council. He has become an academic and community leader that others look up to and trust. But these successes don't come from just pure talent, of which he has in spades, but rather his willingness to dive in and do the hard things. Whether it was expressing curiosity in the classroom discussions, somehow taking foul shot after foul shot without flinching, or opening up about his personal experiences and growth in his Saints on the Hill speech, he makes it look easy, even though we all know it's not. A student whose focus and dedication are both impeccable and inspiring. From Ridgefield, Connecticut, Jared Strand. Max Wolf. As I have gotten to know Max, the saying, "not all superheroes wear capes," comes to mind. And while I have not been able to find an academic parallel, I think the sentiment still holds. As an academic role model on campus, Max is a leader who stands next to his peers, not out in front of them. He pushes himself, all while encouraging and supporting his fellow classmates, teammates, and crew. Max's self-awareness allows him to take both ownership and control of his own accomplishments, building not only his own educational acumen, but elevating the academic culture on campus for everyone else. From Washington Depot, Connecticut, Max Wolf.
All right, can we give our award winners another round of applause, please? All right, and I think with Dr. Allen, also in her first year here, also demonstrated earlier, which I'll speak about now with Ms. Bailey, is the incredible way that our faculty and our administration, strive to really know and see and value these students. So I hope you felt that. I hope you got a lot of videotape of these wonderful things that were said about your children, which is just amazing. So I'm very excited. So as part of this Honor Society reception, which again, I'm my first year doing it, we actually bring back a speaker, someone who has won a prestigious award on the faculty level the year prior, and I'm excited to introduce to you someone you know very well, but Miss Bailey is someone I'm introducing to you right now as our keynote speaker. There are certain teachers whose impact extends far beyond the classroom. Educators who help students recognize their strengths, build confidence in their abilities, and discover what they are truly capable of becoming. You've seen that tonight. At last year's commencement, Allison Bailey was named the recipient of the J.P. Mandler Teaching Award, one of Canterbury's most meaningful faculty honors. named in honor of legendary educator John J.P. Mandler, who devoted 46 years to Canterbury as a teacher, academic leader, mentor, and one of the school's most influential faculty members. The award is presented annually to the faculty member who most reflects Canterbury's deep commitment to excellence in classroom teaching. Miss Bailey was recognized and continues to be known by everyone she meets and everyone who hears about her for the way she inspires confidence, curiosity, and growth in her students each and every day. She is tireless. Her classroom is one where students feel known, encouraged, and challenged to take risks. She has a remarkable ability to meet students where they are and while helping them see where they're capable of going in the future. As the director of the Donovan Center for Learning and an honors third form teacher, Miss Bailey is deeply committed to helping students thrive academically, socially, emotionally, and personally. She brings energy, compassion, and purpose to her work, and her impact can be felt well beyond the classroom walls. This evening, it's especially fitting that Miss Bailey joins us as our keynote speaker. Honor societies celebrate scholarship, character, perseverance, and commitment to excellence, the very qualities Miss Bailey cultivates in her students every single day. Please join me in welcoming the 2025 J.P. Mandler Teaching Award recipient, Allison Bailey, as our keynote speaker. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you, Ms. Blotti, for your kind introduction. The truth is, I would never be here without all of you, the students, and my colleagues. To the faculty, thank you for the care, extreme effort, and joy that you bring to the campus every day. While I love working with the students, you are another reason I look forward to each and every day. To the parents, congratulations. Take a moment to soak in all that you too have done to guide your children along the way through their years at Canterbury. We sincerely thank you for allowing us to educate your child and to be a part of their foundational years. Now to all of you, students, we would not be here without you. To Canterbury's 21 Honor Society members of the 2026 school year, your dedication, perseverance, and work ethic have paid off, and you deserve to be honored for all that you have accomplished during your time at Canterbury. Every one of you has positively impacted our campus. It has been an extreme pleasure to watch you here. But now I offer you some pieces of advice as you sit here just, 11 and a half days before your graduation. Not like you're counting. But now I offer you some pieces of advice as you sit here. As you are standing on the edge of a vast new landscape and look towards your next 4 years, I want to offer you a framework for how to navigate them. Not as a series of hurdles to jump, but as an experience to actively and purposely wonder and engage. As many of you know, one of my favorite parts of the day is teaching third form English. To begin each year, I like to read a poem aloud to my students. I ask them to think about how such a seemingly silly poem could offer them some advice. I now do the same to you. All the way back in the distant past, in 1988, long before our members of the Honor Society were born, Billy Collins published a poem entitled Introduction to Poetry. It reads, I asked them to take a poem and hold it up to the light like a color slide, or press an ear against its hive. I say, drop a mouse into a poem and watch him probe his way out. Or walk inside the poem's room and feel the walls for a light switch. I want them to water ski across the surface of a poem, waving at the author's name on the shore. But all they want to do is tie the poem to a chair with rope and torture a confession out of it. They begin beating it with a hose to find out what it really means. During the first jittery days of school, I used this poem in class as a springboard to discuss how to approach our English course. I like to end the class by using the poem to offer these young saints ways to consider navigating their upcoming years at Canterbury, just as you all have done during your time here. Seeing as you are members of the Honor Society, I will up the rigor of this lesson in order to offer you some deeper ideas for your intelligent minds to ponder. College. New campus, new educational experience, new classmates. Lots of new, right? New is exciting and unknown, all balled up into one. Here's the good news. In this poem, Billy Collins gives you all of the valuable lessons you need to implement in this world of new. I just gave it to you, gave you all the answers. First, don't force your future. Collins compares interpreting a poem to approaching life. He reminds us that it's easy to succumb to wanting to tie the poem to a chair with rope and torture a confession out of it. However, I encourage you to take the pressure off of yourself from having your future career path mapped out after just one semester of college. While you might be tempted to beat all of your experiences with a hose, I encourage you to enjoy the process. You might say, the process can be agonizing. Naturally, your response is, well, Miss Bailey, great advice, but how do I actually go about enjoying this process? Don't you worry, I have some pieces of advice for you. Are you ready? Welcome moments of the unknown. Sit with this for a moment. Welcome moments of the unknown where you must explore ways to find the answer, whether that is in a challenging course, a new friendship, traveling abroad, or applying for an internship. Collins suggests we should walk inside the poem's room and feel the walls for a light switch. Yes, when you endeavor something new and perhaps a little scary, I encourage you to take a deep breath. Believe in yourself and really feel those walls of the light for the light switch. If you do this, these moments will build your resilience and confidence. It will remind you indeed of how truly strong you are. Once you find that light switch, make sure that you don't rush to get it right. Life holds many twists and turns along the way, and oftentimes our instinct is to find the correct answer as quickly as possible. Instead, I remind you, just as Collins does, to hold that poem or whatever options you are weighing up to the light. See how the colors shift when you look at them through the lens of a new perspective. a perspective in which you give yourself permission to be open-minded. Let the answers take shape over time. As we heard during the Hume speeches from a fellow saint, don't rely on a step-by-step roadmap, or in 2026 terms, your GPS. Finally, and equally as important, make sure you aren't too hard on yourself along the way. The truth is that no one expects you to get it right at your first crack. Life is meant to feel like a jigsaw puzzle at times. It's meant to be trial and error. But I urge you to employ all of Collins's tips in these moments. Similarly, make sure to have some fun. Every day, you should look to find moments of gratitude, joy, laughter, and love. In the poem, Collins reminds us to approach challenges just like a water skier, waving to those on the waterfront. Silly, yes. Invaluable advice? Also, yes. Find joy. As you embark on your final days at Canterbury and look to begin a new chapter in your lives, enjoy your ride. Thank you very much.
Thank you to Ms. Bailey again. We really appreciate your remarks here. She's also a parent herself, so I think she both speaks from a professional and personal perspective. I'm going to close with just one more piece of advice for the students here tonight. All of us here as faculty and staff, and your parents, we remember what it's like to be, it was a long time ago, we do remember what it's like to be where you are right now. And I think I would just ask you tonight, try to remember at least one or two things from this evening, because you're about to head into a number of ceremonies and big events, and it can be overwhelming to take in so much information. But I do know from talking to alums that as the years pass, you will actually recall back some of these times like tonight, and sometimes for that amygdala and the memory system, just trying to pull forward just a thing or two that you take with you, because as I said in the beginning, in terms of gratitude, I want you to feel that sense of connection here and how lucky we are to get to do this together, how very lucky we are and how blessed we are. So for all of you here, our parents, our grandparents, our friends, godparents, siblings, everyone who's here bearing witness, just thank you. I think we're gonna dismiss, and please feel free, there's some coffee and desserts over here, and taking pictures, and enjoy the night. And thank you so much, and congratulations again to our amazing 21 students. Thank you.